Hi guys, and welcome to episode 5 of How I Tank. Now, in this particular episode, I'm sure that some of you are going to learn something. This is something I did not learn until I had played the game for about 6 months. So if you are new to the game, or even if you've been playing the game for quite a while, you might actually not know this. Alright, what happens when, for example, you buy a tank and you upgrade it? Let's take a look at a tank I bought recently. What did I buy recently? Oh, there's bound to be one. Okay, here we go. Alright, AT-15 is a tank I purchased recently. And if we look at the research tree, what you'll see is I upgraded the tracks. So I also upgraded the engine. I also upgraded the radio. I also upgraded the gun. So great! I'm playing this tank with upgraded equipment. Still have some way to go before unlocking the final gun, but what happens to the stock gun? What happens to the lower radios than the one I'm using? What happens to the lower engine, the stock engine or the stock tracks? Well, it all gets stored in the depot. And you can sell it for money. I did not realize this until I had been playing the game for about 6 months. So the first time I came into the depot, I made almost, I think it was just short of 5 million credits. It was enough to buy my first tier 10 tank. So once we're in the depot, first thing you want to do is click on this option here, which is not compatible with my vehicles. And these are all the modules. Again, we're not under vehicles here, we're under the module tab. So we're under modules, not compatible with my vehicles. This is all equipment that I can't use on any of the tanks in my garage, but yet it's sitting here in my depot. So it is just wasting space, and all these potential credits could be up here. Now, I don't need credits at the moment, but I am doing this just to show you guys, so let's just click on it and sell it. Let's get rid of all of this stuff. And you'll see my money is going up in the top right hand corner. So this is just equipment I have from tanks I have sold and do not have in my garage anymore. So we didn't make that much. Again, I cleared out my depot probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago, so this is not going to be as impressive as it would be if you haven't done this in some time. So once we've finished with not compatible with my vehicles, we can do my vehicles. So these are tanks or equipment belonging to tanks that I actually have in my garage. But like I mentioned, it's the stock equipment. So all of this you can see here. For example, radio 10 or K. It is compatible with all of these tanks, which is fine, but at the moment I have it mounted on the KV2 and the KV1S, but I have a spare one. I want money, so I am just going to sell the spare one. It's not going to take it from my tanks, and the option is now gone. It has disappeared, so it is only going to appear here if it's a spare. So we are up to 9,340,000. So let's get rid of all of this spare equipment. Again, if it's sitting in the depot and it's not on a vehicle, it is safe to sell. And worst case scenario, if you sell something, for example a second gun that you might want to put back on a tank, you're just going to have to buy it again. But it is not a big deal. So we have already made 100,000. And we are still going. and this might take a while, so I'm just going to stop talking and I will probably skip all of this on the video. Okay, I'm back and we're still going. Remember that stock gun on the AT-15? There it is. It's the stock gun on the AT-15. It is never going to be used, so I'm going to keep selling and skip on to the next part. Okay, we are almost done. We are just finishing up. And again, you can see we have an engine here that is on one of my other tanks at the moment. Which one? T-54. But we've got a spare one, so we can't sell the one on our tank by accident. And we are almost done. Okay, so that is just the equipment, or the modules. So if we switch to shells, we can do something similar. So we switch to not compatible with my guns, and I've got a bunch of shells here that aren't compatible with my guns. We're just going to sell these. I'm going to sell them all. They don't belong in any gun I currently have. And we can even do it with, well, I'm not going to be doing it with equipment. Equipment is too valuable, so I don't really sell equipment. But consumables, again, I only use the small consumables. I don't use premium consumables. So I could, if I wanted to, sell 20 automatic fire extinguishers and earn another 100,000, or another 60,000 for the large repair kits, but I don't feel like selling these at the moment. I could if I needed the money, but I don't. So if we look up at our credit total, we started on about 9,300,000, so I have made close to 400,000 credits just by clearing out my depot. And as I said, the first time I discovered this and the first time I did it, I made almost 5 million and was able to buy my first tier 10 tank. So all of those equipment, or all of those modules that you upgrade on a tank, you can sell for credits. Now if I want to rebuy these, it's going to cost me money. It's going to cost me more than I got for selling it. But why would I want to rebuy stock tracks or stock engines or stock radios? It's just not going to happen. So there we go. A very, very quick way of making money if you need money in a hurry. I last did it during the last consumable sale, actually. I cleared out my depot, made a couple of million, and used that money to buy consumables with. So there we go. Quick way to make money if you don't know about it already. Sell everything you have in the depot that isn't compatible or isn't being used on your vehicles. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.